Well, hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video. I'm the Frogster, and this is Tideless Islands. Let's have some fun. Alrighty guys, this episode, we are going to be checking out the final project, or the final product of our last building project, the dog bone splash zone right behind the doggy den. Yes, that's right, guys, right down there in between episodes. I just mirrored one side over, and then I added a couple extra little small minor things just I thought might be really cool to be down there. Nothing at all for the doggies, just pretty much stuff just for me. But nevertheless, this episode, we are going to be running around. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of chit chat about future projects. We are going to be working on completing, just a second, let me get on over here to show you guys. We're going to be completing the yellow nitwit challenge. Let's see, where did we end off? It was like 2 episodes back. That's right, we got 2 stacks of the stone brick, and we need 10 of those. So yeah, this episode we're going to be completing this challenge, and I don't know if we're going to be getting over there to the Nitwit Island to officially complete it, or we're going to be doing that on next episode. But my goal for this episode is to knock out 8 more stacks so that we have this Nitwit challenge complete. Because guys, I'm just going to be honest with you, we have, at least I have planned ahead 27 episodes I have basically lined up. Ideas, creations, different things that we can be doing on this map. And no, I'm not just stalling for time right now with this episode, and I haven't been stalling for time by doing all this in-between work with you guys. It's just simply we're on a Sky Island challenge map, and guys, we do not have all of the resources available for the ideas that I have. We do not have the ability to acquire some of those resources at all yet, and although I'm certain somewhere on one of these islands around where we're at right now, we're going to be able to find at least some of the things whenever we finally start venturing out into the other worlds. I'm certain we're going to be able to find these other things, but right now, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to go from one idea to the next. And guys, I'm not going to cheat and in between episodes go figure out what island has what. We are literally, this is a Let's Play Minecraft series, so we are going to be finding everything out together rather than me cheating and building bridges in between episodes or going into creative mode and flying around. I mean, like I've said in the last few episodes, the whole creative mode thing, that is not me at all. And of course, building bridges and everything without you guys, there's no fun in all that because I want to be able to do everything with you guys. So yeah, that's the whole reason why, you know, we started doing a whole bunch of stuff and then it's kind of slowed down a little bit. I have 27 episode ideas. Now that doesn't mean 27 episodes, that's 27 episode ideas laid out, and that's easily going to stretch probably throughout the rest of this year, 2025, possibly even into 2026. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of plans and everything in the works. It's just we have to, together here on these videos, figure out how to make this stuff happen. So guys, with all of that said, let's go say hey to Henry, let's go grab ourselves a deep dish cheesy pizza, and then let's come on back over here and let's knock out, what was it? It was Jerry's challenge, the stone brick challenge. So guys, let's go grab some pizza. Alrighty, after all of that chatting and everything, guys, my hunger, I tell you what, I don't know about you guys, but I'm even hungrier now for a nice deep dish cheesy pizza. Oh, buddy, come on over here, and you know what? Every single time I come over here, I always have, I never get myself on an empty slot, and then every single time I go across that TC box, it always comes up with the contents of it. I really wish we could figure out a way to keep the contents from coming up for as long as they do. But Henry, buddy, how are you doing today? How is it going? What have you got to say? Well, hey, Frogster, welcome back to Four Frogs Pizza. The dog bone splash zone you built looks awesome. I've been watching Toby and Luna play back there ever since the end of last episode. Oh, wait, really? You have? Wow, I before recording this episode, I actually told them to go back into their house, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think they ever went back inside because they have been having a blast back there, splashing in the water. And Luna, she's even the little daredevilish doggy she is. She's been jumping up on the tail every single time I'm up there watching them. She'll run around and then poof. She'll just teleport over to me up on top of the tail, and then with, I guess either with her clumsiness or just simply because she's a daredevil doggy, she will jump off the very end of it and splash down into the water and then climb over to the edge, shake it off, and then just start running around again. I tell you, Luna has been crazy, but like I say, I told both of them, Toby and Luna, to go back inside because we was getting ready to record. I honestly don't think they did, though, buddy. But if you've been watching them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They have been having a blast over there. LOL. I think you spoiled them a bit too much with that build. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. I do believe I spoiled Toby and Luna way too much with that build. I think that idea was a bit too big. Originally I was just thinking about building like a little doggy playground behind their house, but then I was on my designer map and I built a 2-dimensional doggy bone out of the bone blocks. And I was just like, you know what, this is really cool, but it's too big to put inside like a little playground area. So how can I make this little doggy bone into something for Toby and Luna to have on the Tideless Islands map? And then that's where I came up with the whole doggy bone pool idea. And of course, you see what it ended up as over there. So yeah, but but yeah, as far as spoiling the doggies, yeah, guilty as charged, buddy. Well, since they're still over there playing, wait. Well, since they're still over there playing, I think I'll watch them during this episode. You'll have a good one. Well, yeah, they're probably still over there, buddy. I mean, I can't see them out the windows from here. It's too far. I can't even see I can see the base for the pool area, but I can't see any of the details on the pool. It's too far away, so I think I'd have to go outside in order to see that. But hey, if you want to go over there and watch them while we're doing this episode, by all means, buddy, you feel free to go over there and do that. I'm certain that none of the viewers at all will have a problem if they see you from time to time standing over there and watching them, buddy. But hey, you have yourself a good one, and we'll chat with you later. Alrighty, guys. I don't know if we are going to even be paying that much attention to him, but if we do see him in the distance, point it out, guys. Throw a comment or whatever in the comment section below to let everybody know that you saw Henry. That would be really, really awesome. Mario, buddy, how are you doing today? We are still sitting at 45 subscribers. We haven't jumped up anymore. But you know what? It is what it is. We're still moving forward in a very positive direction. And I have a feeling that in the month of July 2025, we are going to be hosting Henry's Pizza Party here. So, I mean, that's my goals for this month. Hopefully, we'll be able to meet them. But, buddy, as always, I'm up for a deep dish cheesy pizza. I hope you got a fresh one ready for me. Let me go ahead, that's 25 TC for you. Throw that in here, and then grab ourselves a nice deep dish cheesy pizza. And Mario, we will see you later, buddy. You take care. Alrighty, guys, and with that said and done, we are going to say later to Henry, and, if you want to go watch Toby and Luna, that would actually be great. You can keep an eye on them and make certain they don't do anything too crazy, because I don't think I'm going to go interfere with them and them having all that fun. I might go over there just to see if they're still outside or if they're inside, but if they're still outside on the pool area, I might just leave them alone, buddy. And guys, that's actually a really good idea. Talking to Henry, I can't see over there. I can't even see the little umbrella things that we built for them. I kind of stole the idea from Mario, just to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I can't even see them over there, so we might have to go there and check them out. See if they listened to me and went inside, or if they're back there in their little dog bone splash zone area that we built for them. Oh, guys, look down there. Look how, I honestly, that area right there is getting darker and darker, the one that's closest to us. And then next in line is that one over there, followed by that one, and then the brightest of them all is this one over here. And guys, I know I've said it before, but I have some plans, and on my designer map, I'm coming up with some ideas. But of course, I can't test those ideas out on my designer map. But I think we're going to be, I think we're going to be doing a little bit of a facelift down there to the mob grid sometime soon. When that will be, I got no clue. But sometime soon, I'm thinking about doing something extra down there to make it better. Because, slowly and surely, I started off with the mob grid alpha edition before you guys were ever watching my videos, before I was ever hosting any videos, back in like 2013, 2014-ish era. And then I kind of got it where it was good back then. And then between that time frame and building the mob grid down there that we have today, this is kind of like the beta edition. And we've done a whole bunch of different modifications and all sorts of stuff down there to it. And I'm thinking we're going to bring it out of the beta stage, and we're going to create the mob grid 1.0. And then just slowly throughout all the different seasons of Tideless Islands, just simply do upgrades on the mob grid and see how far we can go until it gets to the point we cannot do anything to better the mob grid. What do you say, guys? Well, it's already gotten dark. Let's eat this deep dish cheesy pizza and then get this episode started, guys. And yeah, we don't need to go back over there to the Nitwit area, at least right now, because everybody, including myself, knows what this Nitwit challenge is. So let's go ahead, throw the TC box back down where it goes. And you know what, guys? Before too much longer, I think we're going to need to go get one or two more stacks of CS and exchange over there for TC, especially since the exchange rate, at least last I checked, it was still low, so we need to take advantage of this as much as we can. But let's come over here and say hey to Toby and Luna if they're inside the house. If they're not inside the house, we'll just leave them alone and let them do their thing. But okay, yep, just as I thought, they are not in here. Yep, confirmed. Well, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of Toby's bed. I'm going to grab a little bit of sleep since it's dark outside. And, you know what? Let's go around. I want to show off. I was telling you guys, I want to actually... Look at there. Toby and Luna's just sitting over there on the side. Yep, they're probably relaxing because they have been splashing like crazy down there. Let's come over here, guys. Let's take a look at this from the top side point. Look at this. Doesn't it look good? Alrighty, guys. And look at this. I literally, what I did was I put Toby first and then Luna over here. And then I decided let's flip-flop it and put Luna first and then Toby over here on this side. And then, of course, we got the stairs, we got the water and everything all filled up on both sides down at the far end. Remember, we had done this end down here on both the sides. We cut through the middle, and then I think we done that side over there. But then this side still wasn't filled up. I got all that stuff full, and then I knocked out all the extra wood that we had down there. And I got rid of those barrels and the crafting table and everything. Matter of fact, I put the crafting table right there. And then after doing that, I said, you know what, let me make another one. So I made another crafting table or workbench and stuck it over there. So now, literally, doesn't matter which side of the doggy den we're on, we have a little crafting workbench on the back side over here. And guys, look at this. Sploosh. And that is the jump that little Miss Luna, the one over here staring at me, she was doing in between episodes, just jumping off there and splashing down into the water. And what she would do, she would run around over here, she would swim across this little area, and she would get about right here. and then she would turn around, and then she would teleport to me up there. And then I would be like, Luna, what are you doing? And then she would start walking around doing circles on the corner, and then she would just fall off and go sploosh right over there, and then she would swim across, and then she would come back over here, play around, have fun, and eventually come back over and do the exact same thing again. So, yeah, that's what I was dealing with this little girl over here in between episodes. But Toby, Luna, since you guys look like you're having fun over here, I'm just going to leave you to it. Y'all have a good one. And I'm just going to show the viewers, this right here is the only thing I really changed in between episodes, because I didn't feel like just toting these away and putting them up somewhere. I took out the little checkered effect down on the bottom, and I just put these little barrels in place. And figured, you know what, it is what it is, that just simply, there's nothing in them. But actually, there is. I'm glad I checked in here. That just reminded me, over here. See guys, this is what I do. I put these little reminder clues everywhere so I can remember stuff. I decided to officially name this the Dog Bone Splash Zone, like we had, the titles of those videos. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and I'm just going to put this sign up right here in front of everybody. The Dog Bone Splash Zone. And just like that, guys, look at there. We now have it officially named on both sides of the doggy tail over here at both entrances. So guys, with that said, I'm thinking, I haven't, this is not actually on my list of things to do quite yet, but it's another idea I'm pondering with, having like a little doggy pool party or something like back here for Toby and Luna and for everybody, eventually. I don't know when, where, how, all this other stuff, but I'm just thinking some sort of pool party back here, it might be a really good idea for the future. So guys, let's get back over here and let's start doing what I was talking about to begin with. And then while we're doing this, I have a few more things I'd like to fill you guys in on about some other stuff we were talking about while building that Dog Bone Splash Zone over there. And so let's come on over here, and let's see of course it's like just about done and over with. Let's see, is there anything left over here? Yeah, we don't have anything left over here. And I've got charcoal. So you know what? We're going to see if we can get 8 more stacks of cobblestone and get them at least smelting. So either by the end of this episode or the beginning of next episode, we can officially complete Jerry's 10 stacks of stone brick challenge. And because I don't know how many of you guys remember, but he had it was the Nitwits Redstone Farming Starter Pack. I think that's what the name of it, he called it. Or it was the Nitwits Redstone Farming Starter Pack. And it was full of a bunch of really, really cool stuff as far as redstone is concerned. And, of course, for those of you who was watching a little while back ago, Luna Meets the Cactus, I think that was the name of the episode. That's what actually made me decide that we were going to do the redstone challenge before we did Tom's scavenger hunt challenge. So as soon as we get this redstone challenge done, we are going to be doing a redstone project over there as far as for the cactus thing. I kind of have an idea in place, and I'm just going to let that idea sit for a little bit, and then I think we're just going to jump on it together and get everything completed on an actual video rather than me doing much more than just the basic idea I kind of have right now. So yeah, that's going to be a big time thing. We got 55 with that half of a pickaxe, so let's see if we can get some more here. But yeah, as far as my controller, guys, as of this morning, woke up and I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to get this one controller that I found online. And I went ahead and I made the purchase somewhere between July 19th and July 21st. It's going to be delivered. And I, at that point, get everything set up, get it connected, do all of my little controller modifications as far as which buttons does what to make certain I keep everything the same way as it's always been. And then I'm going to have a really, really good controller. And guys, I'm not going to say the brand or anything because, of course, I don't want to start promoting all these companies before they promote me. But nevertheless, this controller, it was 27 bucks, okay? And that's shipping the whole 9 yards. And this controller, it comes with a controller charging stand. And it's actually something that the entire controller fits into to charge it, rather than like those old Xbox controllers where the battery pack on the back kind of slid into a slot and just simply charged the battery pack on the backside. This is like the controller just slides down over the top of it, and boom, it's charging. And then it even has a USB Bluetooth receiver. So like if I wanted to play this on a computer, I like switched my account from my cell phone over to a computer, I could plug in the USB stick and bam, if my computer doesn't have Bluetooth or whatever, which I don't know what computers don't have Bluetooth nowadays, I still have a receiver. And I'm not certain because I haven't looked into it, but this might even work as far as like on the consoles if they have the USB receiver slot to have it where my controller will work on the different consoles as well. The controller has the Hall effect joysticks, and along with just simply having the upgraded joysticks where they're heavier duty and everything, it comes with 3 sets of height adjustment joysticks, where you got the one that's low down, the one that's kind of like medium, normal, and then the one that's like higher up. So I even have extra joysticks if the ones that's on there are too high or too low or whatever. I can adjust the elevation of the joysticks, guys. And then on top of all of that, the controller I have right now just simply has your L1 and R1 triggers, your L1 and R1 bumpers. But this controller actually has your M1 and M2 right side backside paddles, and then the M3 and the M4 on the left side, the extra backside paddles. And I mean, I've never used those before. I think my original controller that I started with whenever I very first started recording on here, it had the M1 and the M3 extra sticks, but it was basically just like your top side, your L1 and L1 and R1 bumpers up top. It was just like extras for that. But this right here, it's actually got the M1, 2, 3, and 4 for the right and the left side on the back. And like I said, all of this was only 27 bucks. And that's shipping and everything between the 19th and the 21st, guys. So this controller, I don't know. It has really good reviews. Of course, with any game controller, you're going to have the individuals who post positive reviews because they like it, and then you're going to have the individuals who post the negative reviews because it doesn't fit their gaming style. But from what I read and everything, this controller that I've got coming, it is going to be an excellent controller to have, because I mean, it seems like the only negatives about the controller is stuff that I don't use. It's not even part of Minecraft. It has nothing to do with Minecraft. So I mean, quite frankly, I think whenever this new controller gets here, I am going to be super happy with it. And if it works as good as I think it's going to be working, and if I don't see like any major issues with the joysticks or anything starting to foul up or anything, I'm probably going to buy myself an extra one just to have as a backup, because as everybody knows, the controllers, they don't last forever. They're designed where they are eventually going to break and fail, so that you have to go buy another controller. And I've just been buying the super cheap ones, which is why this controller that I have right now is only lasted like 4 to 5 months, because on average a controller is going to last between 6 and 8 months, and at maximum a year to a year and a half. But generally speaking, that's about all the more controllers really are going to last. And I've got lead thumbs, guys. That's the reason why my joysticks wear out so quick. That's the reason why my triggers and my bumpers don't wear out. I don't have lead fingers, I got lead thumbs. So, I mean, that's the reason I went with a Hall effect joysticks, because they're just, all the reviews about them, they're heavier duty, they have anti-drift features. I even think I was reading on one of the pages, and they were talking about how the Hall effect joysticks doesn't have the normal pressure sensors. It's almost like a electromagnetic kind of sensor or whatever. That's the reason why they don't wear out and don't have the drag and all that other jazz. It's not like the normal plastic boxes that has all these little mechanisms on the inside that actually drags and moves around and all that stuff. So, I mean, I think, guys, this controller that I ended up deciding on, it was probably the best way to go. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was in a store, and I was in a gaming store, and I was looking at the controllers they had, and I was looking at the pricing and everything, and that's kind of what solidified my decision to go with the one online, is because in the stores it was more expensive for a lesser quality one than what was offered online, and 9 times out of 10 that's what you're going to have. But the people at the store, they didn't even want to negotiate on a price. I mean, the price was what it was, so I said, you know what, that thank you very much, that helped me make my decision. So yeah, guys, with all of that stuff said, we're about 26 minutes into recording, and we are almost done with our second full pickaxe, and then of course we had our original one that was halfway gone already. So let's see how many stacks we are going to have after this right here. Just to be honest with you guys, this episode, like I say, it's not like I'm just trying to drag things along because I don't have anything planned or whatever, guys. On a serious note, the redstone is going to be very, very important, because I have a few ideas literally laid out for the redstone. Aside just simply from Dusty's redstone down there in the garden because of Loon, I actually have at least one more project that, you know, after realizing that Jerry was offering the redstone, I actually thought of that one first. And it's a very, very old school style of redstone. As a matter of fact, I'm not certain, but the very first time I saw a YouTube tutorial for this redstone project, I think it was back in like 2016, 2017, maybe 2018, somewhere in that time frame. It's an old school redstone contraption. Now, I didn't design it myself. Whenever we do it, I'm literally going to give credit to the YouTuber, and I'm probably even going to put a link to their video in the description of my video for you guys to go check it out. But guys, it still works, and it's an awesome. It's an awesome redstone contraption. It's kind of like a redstone farm. It was like one of the very, very first redstone farms that I ever found online. And guys, I think I know where we're going to build it on here, but I'm not 100% certain. But that's another one of the things we're going to be jumping on, at least a couple of redstone projects right after we get finished completing this challenge. And then, of course, after that, we're going to have all sorts of availabilities for other projects, other adventures, other kind of stuff going all over the place, especially with that what is it? It's Tom's challenge, the scavenger hunt. I mean, I haven't found what's where on this map, and I don't have this map memorized where I know where everything's at on here. I downloaded this map in 2023. And then I immediately edited the overworld where we're at right now, back in 2023. And then in 2024, I started editing other areas within this whole Minecraft map and all that kind of stuff. Just adding stuff where it needed to be added, and fixing some things that actually was not in the map download at all. And of course, when we get to those areas, I'll point out and explain at that time. But there was a whole bunch of stuff I had to do to this map to make it to where this series would work. And it would be a long-term series to where it wasn't just going to be like you know, 90 or 100 episodes and then we're done. We got everything. I want this to be a year, like just year after year after year, new seasons coming back where we still have stuff to do. So there was a lot of things I had to do to this map to make it to where that would work out. But I don't remember what I put where. I don't remember which islands have what's in the barrels. Guys, I'm just as clueless about everything as you guys are. And that's the reason why I edited this area of the map way back in 2023, because I figured it was going to take me a little while to get ready to play on it. And at that point in time, I really wasn't certain if I was actually going to start doing videos or if I was just going to play on it by myself. But I wanted to have the natural surprises, the natural cluelessness, as though somebody else had done all of this stuff to the map and it wasn't me. So I wanted to have enough time in between where I would forget things. So guys, that's literally what I'm banking on, is the time and everything to basically be where, I'm not going to remember what's where and all of that stuff. And guys, that's another reason why I kind of took so long to get started on this, and why I made it this year's New Year's resolution, because of the fact that I decided I was going to do my YouTube channel and everything, to start playing it with you guys from the get-go and not do any more editing, not add any more stuff or anything. That way I would honestly be clueless about what's where, and whenever we go exploring anything as far as islands that we come across and see and find and everything, I'm naturally going to be clueless just to, knowing what's where. It's like whenever we went to the desert island. I had no clue we were going to find emeralds and iron over there. Now, after we got there, and I kind of sat there and thought about it for a moment, I remembered whenever I added it back in 2023. But whenever we was going over there, guys, I had no clue what was going to be. I was expecting, because all the times I had seen videos online about desert islands and everything on these Sky Island challenges. You find sand, and you might find gravel, or you might find sandstone or whatever, and sometimes they might have extra little trinkets or whatever, just fancy things there. But nothing real. So that was really the extent of what I was expecting. So whenever we went over there and we found all that extra stuff, that was my natural, honest reaction. And just as well as when we went to Spruce Island at the very beginning, I couldn't remember what I put over there, but that was the reason why we was able to make Jack go downstairs. It had the pumpkin, and there was snow over there. And the whole Mystery Island that's like in the far distance over there from down there at the tree farm area and Dusty's garden area, I'll be honest with you, I have tried to remember what I put over there. And I have no clue. I don't even know what kind of tree that is growing over there. And because of the fact it's got all those vines and everything on there, I don't know if I put the vines on there purposely so I wouldn't know what was over there, or if those vines are supposed to be some sort of memory trigger to help me remember something. If it was supposed to be a memory trigger, like, me going into that barrel earlier today and finding that sign over there. If it was supposed to be a memory trigger, I don't know what it was supposed to be. So Mystery Island, whenever we do go explore that, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you, I have no clue what's going to be over there. And that island over there, I don't know what tree that is. I don't know nothing. I have no clue. And guys, that's the way I want this whole map, this whole season, this whole Tideless Islands to be, guys. I literally want it to be to where we're all clueless together. We are all having fun together. We're all just in this whole let's find out what's next together kind of atmosphere. Because that's what makes this whole game fun. I mean, whenever you load up a brand new Minecraft map, you don't know immediately where all the villages are. You don't know immediately where all the mob spawners, or you don't know where the or not the end city, what is it, that little castle thing that's buried underground. I can't even remember what it's called. You don't know where all these things are initially on the map unless you've plugged in a seed that somebody else has talked about online about, oh, if you plug in this seed, this map is going to spawn you here. And then they basically do a whole bunch of spoilers. You're going to find this at these coordinates and this at those coordinates. And then we found it to be the best speedrunner map or whatever, you know. I mean, to me, I'll be honest with you, if anybody plugs in a seed and tells me what's all across the map or whatever, it spoils it for me, guys. It really does. So, let's see, we are at 35 minutes. Sorry, I had to angle everything up to the sky because the timer's up in my right-hand corner, just below where you see all those little chicken legs up there, my little hunger health bars or whatever. That's where all my recording stuff is. So sometimes if you see me just kind of glancing up in the sky, that's me checking out the time and everything, what we have and where we are at on everything. And let's see, yeah, we're going to need to do some more of this charcoal. And, you know, let's see, 46 divide that by 6. 6 times 8 is 48. So 6 times 6 is 36. So let's see, let's go. Let's see, 35, 36. So we'll put that right there. And then, you know what? We are going to, I think, evenly spread this across there. So we're going to simply add 6 more to each one of these because I certainly don't like clicking on them and then having to worry about all that from the get-go. And see, guys, you just see I was doing math in my head. No, I didn't grab my calculator, because as a matter of fact, it's not even over here on my desk right now with everything where I'm playing at. But I mean, that's the reason why I love just being able to toy around with stuff with doing math and everything in my head, guys. I know that's not everybody's thing, and some of you guys out there, oh, is he going to start saying how everybody needs to be able to do math in their head? Absolutely not, guys. For crying out loud, I'm not a teacher. This isn't school or whatever. It's just simply one of the things I love doing. That's one of my passions, one of my hobbies. I mean, like I said, video games, analytics spreadsheets, and doing just anything involving math, you know, like maps or whatever the case might be. If it's involving math or spreadsheets or gaming, I love it. So, I mean, it's just, you know, right now, guys, I mean, we are in the process of completing a challenge, and we're not building anything, we're not doing anything super fancy. And you know what? Considering we have this downtime, I might as well go ahead and knock out. Let's see, I have 2 more stacks up there. That's going to be the 8. I might as well knock out a couple more stacks of cobblestone just simply so we will have them in our TC box. So whenever we start getting lower on the TC, we'll already have cobblestone set up and everything for us. And then by the time we get these 2 stacks of cobblestone knocked out, that'll be... I mean, I think that'll be the video, guys, because we're sitting at 38 minutes right now. So, you know, I might just simply do 1 stack of cobblestone and then call that a wrap. As soon as this pickaxe breaks, just simply look at what we have down there, and hopefully it'll be 1 stack. If not, I've got cobblestone in my inventory down there, and we've actually added quite a bit of cobblestone that's gone on the outside while we've been getting those 8 stacks. So we'll just simply call that a stack that we've mined together for the TC box. What do you say, guys? That sounds good to me. So my pickaxe is almost gone. So let's just see how much longer it takes. And you know what, guys? I'm going to be honest with you. My doggies out there, out back of the doggy den, that little dog bone splash zone, I am so happy that they now have a little spot back there behind the house, because you know what? Whenever they're staring at the ladder now, I have an excuse to tell you guys, oh, they're wanting to go out there and play in the dog bone splash zone area because I got them locked inside. But before, guys, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. I had no clue why they were staring off in that direction. It baffles my brain. So now I literally have an excuse to say, hey guys, that's what they're doing. And then just chuckle it off because, guys, I don't have a clue. But you know what, guys, with all that said, I think it's time to wrap up the video right here. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and checking out another episode of Tideless Islands. I'm going to finish smelting all of these cobblestone stacks down in between episodes. And then at the beginning of next episode, we're going to come down here. We're going to turn all of these stone blocks into stone bricks. And then we're going to knock out Jerry's challenge. And then we're going to get that redstone package. And next episode, we are going to be fixing up something with those cactus plants down there in the back of Dusty's garden area. And we're going to be doing something so that little Miss Luna over there doesn't keep pricking herself like crazy in the cactuses. So guys, with all of that said, thank you for all of the support, both here on YouTube and on Facebook. I greatly appreciate everything, you guys. I mean, just from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. The support and everything, the motivation, everything, it's awesome. And all of you guys out there that's watching, commenting, sharing, just simply viewing these videos from time to time and not even subscribed. It's because of you guys out there that the YouTube analytics keep spreading my channel around and more people continue to watch. I mean, like I think I told you guys a few episodes back ago, we got France and Italy, or at least people within those two countries watching this channel. So now we're up to 15 countries overall watching my channel. I mean, it's amazing, guys. So I'll see you guys next time. This is the Frogster, and I'm out. Later, guys.